What up, everybody? Welcome to. Hold on. Do I have the microphone on? Yeah, the microphone on here. Let's see. You know what? Okay, I'll get the microphone on. Welcome to Rama Screen YouTube channel. Today is Monday morning, February 6th. I'm about to go to work in a couple of hours from now. But before I head out, okay, that's the advertisement from YouTube, by the way. Let me turn that off. Before I head out, I want to talk about this latest topic that hit the web earlier this morning, and it caused quite a frenzy in the movie aficionado world, movie fans world, you and me, of course. Everybody's like, "What the hell is going on here? This is madness." And madness is the right word to describe it. And let's get right to it, shall we? I'm opening the window up here so you guys can read it with me. We're gonna read it off of a Variety outlet, all right? That has the maybe it's a little bit too big here. Maybe make the oh, there we go. So you guys can read it at the same time. How about that? Can you see it? Okay. All right. Okay, maybe a little bit too big. Okay, here you go. At your next visit to AMC theaters, as you know, AMC theaters is one of the largest movie theater chain corporations in the country. um, Along with Regal, used to be Edward Cinemas, and others like Ricorian. There's the one nearby me called Harvest, something like that. Anyway, so AMC Theaters is one of the biggest movie theater chains in the country. At your next visit to the place, getting a prime seat may cost you a little extra. The country's largest exhibition chain is rolling out a Sightline at AMC. So the program is called Sightline at AMC. They're launching that one. A ticket pricing initiative based on seat location within the auditorium. All right, so they're going to be selective about who among you can seat in which seats inside the theater. Similar to music concerts, sporting events, or Broadway, moviegoers will have the option to pay more or less for admission depending on where they choose to sit in the venue. In effect, front row seats will be available at a lower price, obviously, because nobody wants to sit all the way in the front watching movies like this. I've done it before many times when I was a struggling, a college student. I was like, oh, because the theater will be already full. I remember watching Troy, the Brad Pitt movie, from all the way up in the front. And I got neck pain, man. So front row seats will be available at a lower price, while seats in the middle of the theater will be available at a higher price. Obviously, because everybody wants to see the movie in their viewing sighting kind of angle, the right way, which is in the middle of the theater, where everybody wants to be. So yeah, the initiative kicks off on Friday. So this Friday, at select AMC locations in New York, Chicago, and Kansas City, and will be expanded to all domestic AMC locations by the end of the year. Um, so Tyler is here. Tyler is a fantastic YouTuber, by the way. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel. I'm always more than happy to promote you, Tyler. Tyler, $2 cheaper seats for a lifetime of neck problems. Right. That's the how do you call that? The opportunity cost of of having to pay for the lower cost, all sitting all the way in the front. Okay, so there will be three different seat pricing options, everybody. I just mentioned to you two, but there will be three. Here's the three. The first is standard Sightline, all right? Described as the seats that are the most common in auditoriums and are available for the traditional cost of a ticket. And then there's the value Sightline, referred to as seats in the front row of the auditorium, as well as select ADA seats in each auditorium and are available at a lower price. That's the price that I mentioned to you. And then there's the let's see here, value. There you go, value Sightline pricing, which is only available to AMC Stop members, including free tier membership. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. That's part of the second option. So the lower price includes value Sightline. My apologize. The third option is preferred Sightline. That's the name, not value. Preferred sideline. Ooh, fancy. I do declare. Let me drink my tea and some crumpets. Where's the crumpets at? Okay. The third option is preferred sideline, which are the seats in the middle of the auditorium and are priced at a premium to standard sideline seats. AMC Stubs A-list members will be able to reserve seats in the preferred sideline section at no additional cost. So if you are already an AMC Stubs A-list member, I guess it sounds like from what they're saying here, you get dips to reserve seats in this middle seats of the theater, preferred sideline. Oh, are they not merciful with their terminology? Like, oh, preferred value. Come on, guys, does it sound good? Value and lower price, but still it's valuable. Standard. Don't you want to be like standard? Like, come on, we're all standard, right? Like, anyway. Theaters that offer sideline at AMC are expected to provide a detailed seat map that outlines each seating option during the ticket purchase process online, on the AMC app, and at the box office. Sideline at AMC is applied to all showtimes that begin after 4 p.m. and at participating locations. It's not applicable on Discount Tuesdays when all movie tickets are discounted to $5. Really? I had no idea that AMC theaters had Discount Tuesdays. Did you? Last time I went to AMC theaters, I spent about $25, about 12 to $15 for the tickets, and then another 10 for the popcorn, and I think another 5 for the drinks. Holy crap! Where is this discounted $5 AMC theater at? Oh my goodness! On Tuesdays, discounted. Shit, man! Nobody's telling me about this. Sideline at AMC more closely aligns AMC's seat pricing approach to that of many other entertainment venues, offering experience-based pricing and another way for moviegoers to find value at the movies, said Elliot Hamlish, Executive VP and CMO at AMC Theaters. Elliot Hamlish is basically the corporate tool, the corporate mouthpiece, but obviously he's not the one that coming up with this idea. This is probably sales and marketing people. So Tyler says, we may have to bully AMC like we did Netflix into reconsidering. That may have to happen. But here's the thing, guys. Their rationalization for this, or their logic for this, is like, hey, look, we're just doing it like everybody, right? Like everybody, the music concerts, Hollywood Bowl, sporting events, the Anaheim Stadium, or the Broadway, come on, Pantages in New York. Everybody has that, VIP seating, the not so VIP, the poor people section. Come on, we're just doing it like everybody. Everybody's doing it, we're just, it's nothing new here. But guys, movie-going experience is not like concert. It's not like Broadway. It's not like stage play. It's not like going to the Dodgers, man. At least I don't think that way. It's a communal cinematic experience that's been for years, 90 something years now, where it's all everybody's, whatever your class section that you come from, you are all equal in the theater, man. That's supposed to be like that. Now, as far as what theaters have done in the past is that they have seating options, but it's not based on price. Meaning, if you come at a certain time of the day and you pay like, oh, I want to go be seated in this section, when there's nobody else around yet, I want to sit in that section, that's fine. That's totally fine. That means you can only be seated there and you can't sit your ass anywhere else in the room. That's always been the case. But now they're dividing us based on class, basically. That's why I titled this this video, "It Might Start a Class War." I tweeted earlier that soon enough, or pretty soon, AMC moviegoers will be shouting, "Eat the rich," or "Let them eat cake." I mean, this is madness. How the hell? And remember, you guys, AMC theaters just 3 years ago, during the pandemic, you know what happened, right? A lot of theaters closed down because nobody went to the theaters because it was locked down for a year. Just 3 years ago, they were struggling. AMC was like begging for government to help them out. You remember that? We all remember. They were like begging, please give us that PPP loan, give us a, an injection of, we don't want to close down permanently. Please help us, help us, help us. And now they're back on their feet, and this is what they're doing. All right, this is making them look like the bad guy in the situation. Obviously, like a douchebag at least. Like really, you're begging for help. This 3 years ago, and now you're like price gouging your own customers. Um, and it further establishes our arguments. A lot of arguments online, and many who think that theaters is a thing of the past, right? We all The reason why box office ticket numbers have been dwindling down, yes, because partly because Hollywood spews out shitty movies like Babylon, but partly also because nobody can like afford to go to theaters anymore. Like really, it's like an arm and a leg. Like no wonder nobody goes to the theaters, and then everybody just sits at home conveniently in their couch, enjoying streaming services. Everybody's subscribing to Disney Plus, Hulu, Netflix, Peacock, what have you. Um, so this is not this. I'm gonna just say it like it is. This price gouging program. All right, they might call it sightline or value seating or preferred seating, but let's call it what it is. It's price gouging. This price gouging seating prices program. This price gouging program is not gonna help your case, AMC. It's not gonna help your argument that everybody should get back to the theaters. Everybody was like, "Oh my God!" People are going back to the theaters. Now we're gonna have to like reach down deep into their pockets. Like, it's not gonna help you, man. This is just gonna make this price gouging program is just gonna make us hate going to the theaters even more. All right, this is just gonna repel people away, make them like, "Oh, I guess I was justified in my wanting to stay home or waiting for the movies to be available on the streaming service," which, by the way, happens now in a more faster or in a faster window than it used to be. Right? It used to be 3 months. Now it's like 3 weeks. It's like, why the hell do we need to go to theaters for? And it saddens me because it infuriates me, and it saddens me because as a movie critic, as a movie fan, I'm supposed to champion going to theaters. I'm supposed to champion theater experience. I'm supposed to tell you guys, hey, go check this out this weekend in the theater. Help the filmmakers, help the independent films, help the studios. Help the creators. So they can make their sequels or whatever. Help them out. Let's go to the theaters. Support these films. But now I'm like, I don't know if I can do that anymore, especially with this price gouging, man. This is like, how I'm conflicted now. How am I supposed to tell people like to go to theaters anymore? Um, so Tyler said, so this is how they'll afford all the new Nicole Kidman ads. Yes, I noticed it's trending on Twitter. Nicole Kidman too. Where's Twitter? I forgot to open my Twitter account, but it was trending. Nicole Kidman, and then Nicole Kidman's famous AMC ad. Everybody was like jokingly blaming Nicole Kidman for this price gouging. It's like, oh, or maybe now Nicole Kidman has to do another new ad for AMC, which is not gonna bode well for either of them. Um, Tyler says it's crazy to think that two people can be sitting next to each other in a theater and one of them pays more since they're in the premium section. Good point. Good point. Thank you for bringing that up. It's insane. It's madness. Again, it's class war. That's what it is. It invokes it launches class war, not just between the elite and the poor, but like you mentioned, Tyler, between friends. Because not all of us have the same income or purchasing power, right? We all have different, various influx of money or income. So now it's gonna be the level of resentment and bitterness. It's gonna be elevated to between friends, not just like, oh, look at that asshole over there sitting in the preferred seating. Oh, look at that rich douchebag. Oh my God, Johnny, is that you over there? Oh, awkward shit. Oh man, this is unbelievable, you guys. Not cool. Not cool. This is not the way to deal with inflation. And by the way, inflation is a complicated matter. That's another topic for another time. Economically, and inflation happens all around the world, not just America. But trust me when I say that I want 80% of it, of the inflation that's going on right now, including the interest rate hike that just happened yesterday. That's all bullshit. In that it's all for the benefit of corporations. It's price gouging. They say, "Oh, inflation, we have to raise our prices. Inflation, inflation." No, you don't have to. A lot of these companies, maybe not necessarily AMC, are profitable. They're profitable. It's not like they're mom and pop's business on the side of the road struggling, so therefore they have to increase their prices because otherwise they'll close down. They're not mom and pops. Dollar Tree is not mom and pops. A lot of these corporations are profitable. They make profits, revenues every year. They just wanna squeeze you of your dollar some more. That's what it is. 80% of this inflation is price gouging. It comes down to it. You know, while the rest is complicated than that, it's economic around the world. Um, but it's greed. That's what it is. And now AMC is engaging in that, is participating in that. And if they think that this is making them look or appear exclusive, like one of the fancy theaters, oh my God, we have different seats for different prices. Aren't we cool? No, that's not the optics you're giving out. Like I said earlier, this is just gonna make people hate you even more. This is just gonna make people hate going to the theaters even more. You know, why would this motivate anybody going to the theater? Oh, sightline, value, preferred seating. Really? You take us for a fool? You think we're dumb? You think we're just gonna fall for that terminology? Unbelievable, man. This is not cool. AMC, what are you doing? What are you doing? And the other theaters, Krikorian, uh, uh, Regal, all the other guys, don't engage in this. Don't look at AMC and do the same. All right. This is not the way to go about it in the future, or moving out. And maybe when they launch this Friday at select locations in New York, Chicago, and Kansas City, it might become a success. Depending on the numbers. It all comes down to the numbers, not just dollars, but numbers of people actually going to the theaters in New York, Chicago, and Kansas City. But I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't go well, so that it could be a hard lesson for AMC. And I'm thinking maybe New York may be an exclusion because they have more purchasing power. They can afford something like this in New York. But that's just me speculating. That's just me assuming. I doubt about Chicago and Kansas City. I very much doubt it. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll definitely have to revisit this topic again when we see the numbers going in on whether or not this experimentation would actually work. But I'm hoping it doesn't. And I'm willing to bet that it doesn't, at least in Chicago and Kansas City. So, what do you guys think about all this? I gotta get to work, so I'm sorry I can't ramble on too long. Thank you, Tyler, for chatting with me or tuning in live. For the rest of you, what do you guys think about this new ticket seats pricing based on the seating inside a theater? Are you angry with this? Are you okay with this? Or maybe you don't mind at all? Maybe you have the money for it. What do you guys think? And is this the and let's see here. And will this be the beginning of the end for movie theaters? Is this the beginning of the end? Is everybody gonna be like, okay, this is it? This means streaming service from now on, from here on out, today, tomorrow, and forever and ever. Is this it? Is this the indicator for that? What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Let's rock this.